Welcome back to Floodplain, the international news channel where you'll always get breaking news and in-depth analysis on important events around the world. Today, we're taking a look at the U.S. state of Texas, which has just experienced its worst flash flood in decades. Initially, more than 160 people were reported missing. But now, officials say that number has dropped sharply to just 3. While many are relieved, many are asking, what happened? Was it a statistical error? Or was it simply an initial mistake due to the chaotic response? Texas floods and the shocking question. Why did the number of missing people drop from more than 160 to just 3? Can you believe it? In just a few days, the number of people reported missing in the devastating Texas floods dropped from over 160 to just 3. Is this a miracle? Or is there something more to these numbers? In today's video, we delve into the story behind the historic flood, why this shocking change happened, and little-known details about how rescuers around the world are racing against time to find the last survivors. Flooding progress. In early July, torrential rains pounded the hill country, a region with rugged terrain and crisscrossed by rivers and streams. In less than 24 hours, floodwaters rose, sweeping away dozens of homes, vehicles, and infrastructure. Kerr County, the hardest hit, recorded at least 107 deaths, including 37 children. The floods came quickly and unexpectedly, catching thousands of people off guard, especially families camping along the river for the summer. The fall in missing countries. So why has the number of missing people dropped so rapidly? According to Hal Kemper, a former Marine Corps intelligence officer and disaster response expert, most of those reported missing are just temporarily unreachable. Some people go on vacation without a phone or a residence permit. Relatives cannot contact and report them to authorities. Meanwhile, rescuers are forced to register them as missing as part of the process. Investigative teams quietly do a huge amount of work, from calling people one by one, to scouring social media, to checking campsite reservations. Many people only learn they were reported missing when they return home. However, there are also heartbreaking cases, people who actually go missing, and then their bodies are found, causing their names to be taken off the list. Search and recovery. The heartwarming story of this disaster is the spirit of international cooperation. A 16-member rescue team from the Czech Republic flew to Texas to join the search, along with rescue teams from Mexico and several other U.S. states. As of now, only 3 people are still missing, but the hope of survival is extremely slim. Experts say that after many weeks, finding people alive under the conditions of being buried under rocks, rotten wood, and debris swept away by the flood is almost impossible. The search has now moved to the body recovery phase. Rescue teams divide the area into grids, using dogs, detection equipment, and heavy machinery to turn over piles of rubble. The difficulties and the future. A major problem is the meters of rock and soil that have been washed away by the floodwaters from upstream. This means that many bodies may be buried forever. Such floods carry more than just water. They also carry trees, boulders, cars, and tons of mud. When the water recedes, what remains is a battlefield. Rescuers have not yet announced a halt to the search, as they want to do everything they can to find the remaining 3 victims. But at some point, when there is nowhere else to look, they are forced to make the heartbreaking decision: stop. The disaster in Texas is not only a lesson in the power of nature, it is also a reminder of human fragility. But in the darkness, the light of humanity, solidarity, and sacrifice, from rescue workers to volunteers, has provided hope. What do you think of the way the authorities handled the situation? Was the underreporting of missing people a failure or a necessary precaution? Leave a comment below. If you found this content useful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share so more people can learn about this emotional story.